Hello everyone, I'm Deb Courtney and welcome to my YouTube channel today. Well, I am on a series of videos that has to do with relationships and friendships and how to communicate with those friendships and relationships simply because you can't figure them out. You kind of don't know their personality. You would like to know more about their identity and who they are. And you really can't go up to them and say, hey, you know what? Would you please take this personality assessment so I can figure you out? Well, it was brought to my attention more than I don't know how many times of people that have relationships and friendships that went sideways on them, or just people just left. They didn't know, did I say something wrong? Or they were questioning their actions, their attitudes, their words. And so I said, you know what? There is a program that I got involved in that I learned about that helped me to better understand people, to help me better communicate with them and find out how they were wired. Would you like to know? And they said, well, yeah, I would. And I said, okay. I touched on it briefly a little over a year ago, and I said, maybe that's something I need to go more in depth and in detail with. And they said, well, I wish you would. So that's what I'm doing in this series of videos that has to do with friendships and relationships that, for whatever reason, is just not working, and you just, and you don't know really why. But this here program actually works. And it's not a long, drawn-out program. There are plenty of other programs that are available out there. I would suggest, by all means, go search them out, because this is not the only one, of course, that you could use. They helped me to make a fresh start with people that I already knew, that for whatever reasons, the friendship went kind of sour. We wasn't communicating a lot, but I wanted to rekindle that, to start fresh, have a fresh start, to start anew with a relationship or friendships that I'd had in the past. And also, it helped me to make better decisions in regards to the friendships and relationships that I was in now, and how I wanted that to look in the future. Were these friendships and relationships that I really wanted to get involved in? And so this program really helped me, and I hope it will help you. Today's video has to do with visible clues in regards to each of the 4 basic personalities. And so I hope this is helpful and something that you can take away today. If so, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and let me know. It's really helpful to me, and I just like to know what you're thinking. So let's begin with visible clues of all the 4 basic personalities, the way this program teaches it. So here we go. The first one we're going to talk about is the popular sanguine's visible clue. You can tell that you're in the presence of a popular sanguine personality in knowing that they're loud. You kind of hear this person before they ever get in the room. If that is someone that you encounter, you are encountering a popular sanguine personality. Popular sanguine people are open. They tell everything almost just about their life. Their life is not a closed book. Their life is an open book. They are cluttery. They have a lot of clutter around them. They're not neat and tidy people, popular sanguine personalities. I want to expound on this just a little bit more. Sanguines are storytellers. They like to tell stories to people, and they do a good job of it. So when you have somebody that's kind of like that, that's a popular sanguine personality. Popular sanguines are Pied Pipers. Everybody likes to be around them. They're attractive. They attract people. People gravitate towards popular sanguine people. And so they're always going to have people around them. And I've done this, if you walk into a crowd of people and you see an individual that's doing the talking and a lot of people are around them, you probably have found yourself a popular sanguine personality. Sanguines like to play. Their stress release is let's go have fun, however that looks like to an individual. And sanguines are naturally optimistic. Thinking about things takes all the fun out of life, so they don't want to think about it. So even if somebody says, well, I have heard people say, I really don't want to think about that. And then that's how they start off, and they want to go out and have fun. You know that you have visibly seen a popular sanguine person in action. Okay. The second one that we're going to talk about is powerful choleric visible clue personality. Someone that has a powerful choleric personality, they have a lot of energy. They're the type of person that'll come up to you and say, well, how you been doing lately? Or what you been doing lately? That's how they relate. Powerful choleric people are doers. They have a lot of body language about them. They'll use their hands, whatever, whatever. I do that when I see somebody I haven't seen in a long time. I'll look at like, golly, I hadn't seen it, like, here comes the day. But we do, and I have a powerful choleric personality. We use a lot of body language. And we prefer function over fashion. It's not to say that we don't want to be, we are presentable and we like fashion, but we want it to be functionable. We want it to be soft. We want it to be, it doesn't have to be casual, but it just has to function for us, Powerful choleric people also, they like to give instructions. They kind of come off being bossy or barking orders. We don't mean to be. It's just like, okay, you do this, you do this, you do that, you do this, and I got this. We probably make good sergeants in the Army, something like that, because we do. It sounds like we're coming off barking orders, but we don't. However, it is a visible clue in regards to powerful choleric people. Cholerics always have a plan and a purpose. To sit still and do nothing, oh, that's a fate worse than death. No. That's like I said earlier, we're doers. What are you doing? Okay? They feel that they're the best person for the job, no matter what. And they will tell you, as far as I'm the best. I've been guilty of that myself. Okay. Cholerics have a hard time submitting to stupid things. And if it's not how they want it done, it's kind of stupid. They have a deep need to get the job done right now. If you come across anybody that acts like that, you have found yourself a very powerful choleric person. Cholerics determine someone's worth by how much they get done. They can outwork almost anyone and can't understand why ones can't keep up with them. That's a powerful choleric personality, visible clue. Cholerics can't admit when they're wrong, and they have a compulsive need to fix things. Control things. They want to control the whole situation. They want to control the whole family. They want to control the whole relationship. Okay? That's a visible clue that you have run into a powerful choleric personality. Okay, moving right along. Perfect melancholy personality, visible clue. Perfect melancholy people are quiet. They are closed. And they like things neat and tidy. Now, my spouse, my husband, was a popular sanguine personality. He had a desk, and it was always cluttery. So I would go down and clean up his desk and make his clutter neat and tidy clutter. And he never could find anything when I did that. And he would get upset with me about making his desk neat and tidy. He said, I knew where everything was. Well, I said, everything that you knew is still here. I've not moved anything. I've just tidied it up. I've not done away with anything. Yeah, but I still can't. Okay. If you meet someone, you go in their house or you go in their office or, you know, even in the car or wherever, and you see they're neat and tidy, you have run into a perfect melancholy personality. A lot of perfect melancholy personalities, when you greet them, if they extend their hand and want to just shake your hand, it's like, this is as far as you're getting to me right now. As I get to know you, I may let you in a little closer, but this is as close as you get. Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. That's a perfect melancholy personality. Visible clue. The sanguine, oh, honey, it's been so long. I haven't seen it. Oh, give me a hug. That's a sanguine personality, okay? They're quiet. Melancholy people are kind of musicians, poets, write music, anything that's got to do with theater, songs, music. They're like that. They're artistic people. So those are visible clues to let you also know that you've run into a perfect melancholy personality. Perfect melancholy people, they're kind of, they like to have control, but they need control because of fear, okay? What if it's not done perfectly? Or what will the neighbors think? That's a perfect melancholy visible clue. Perfect melancholy people, they are always second-guessing life. They live in the what if. You've seen people, mindset. That's what if this, what if that. Many times this fear gets out of control and they imagine scenarios that could happen. A lot of times that has to do with the weaknesses of them, and we'll get into the strengths and weaknesses of each one later. But they make many of their decisions according to what could be, or not on what is, on what could. Well, what if this? Well, what if that? You have run into yourself a perfect melancholy visible clue person. That'll tell you that. Quiet. Melancholies are many times painfully shy. They have plenty to say, but they hold back for fear of making a fool out of themselves or being wrong. They don't like to be wrong. They do most of their talking by writing. That's the reason you will see more perfect melancholy personalities in the music business, in the theater, things of that nature, because they're artistic people. Yeah, so keep that in your mind when you if somebody introduces you to someone. This is the one that wrote the play. This is the songwriter. So that's a clue. As far as work is concerned, they are workaholic. Melancholies redo and redo and redo. The favorite word in the dictionary, doesn't matter what dictionary you got, is one word for a melancholy personality. You probably guessed it. Perfect. They love perfect. They like for everything to be perfect. Perfect house, perfect spouse, perfect kids, perfect look, perfect clothes, perfect. Unlike the choleric that wants more and more finished, melancholies want what they want to be right. And they put large amount of time into achieving. If it's, well, you probably know how to end this phrase. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing. How would you fill in that blank? It's worth doing right. That's perfect melancholy, visible clue personality. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. You have found yourself a visible clue that lets you know you are in the presence of a perfect melancholy personality person. They're cautious. They want time to research and research because they don't want to look dumb or unprepared. They need things to be proper and just right. You have found yourself a perfect melancholy, visible clues to that personality. Okay, the last one has to do with the peaceful, phlegmatic personality. They are chameleon-like. They can change colors with whatever situation they find themselves in. They're cool, calm, and collected. They don't get upset about anything. They prefer comfort over anything. Comfort trumps all. Why stand when you can sit? Why not lay down instead of sitting? They like comfort. Those are visible clues. When you run into a peaceful phlegmatic, peaceful phlegmatic, they have a tendency to show fear. They're timid and can easily be bullied into things that they don't want to do. They are not fast thinkers, and they get caught in crossfire. So it's safer to stay at home. They don't get involved in a whole bunch of stuff. They're quiet, of course. They're very content to watch and listen. They are not shy. They're just quiet. They do not have a need to know personality. So the need to ask or give instructions is not always their driving force. If you meet someone or work with someone that's like that, you have met yourself. That's a visible clue that you have met yourself a peaceful, phlegmatic personality. They're low energy people. Unless it's necessary, they aren't going to do it. They're not going to do it. They aren't driven by the need to fix it. So life's imperfections don't spur them into action. They like to play. Phlegmatics are playful. They play quietly. Unlike the songwriters that you have, or in the perfect melancholies, or unlike the sanguines that you have that like a flurry of activities, phlegmatics sit while playing. They like card games, reading, Nintendo, any other games that you're playing. Peaceful phlegmatic. They're cautious. Phlegmatics weigh every decision against how much energy will it take and how much stress will there be. If you have run into an individual like that, those visible clues that you see or hear them talk about, you have found yourself a peaceful, phlegmatic, visible clue personality person. I hope this helps you in the visible clues of the 4 basic personalities. This program that I do, it really helped me tremendously to read people and to find out how they were wired, so I could, if possible, as far as it depended upon me, to be at peace with those individuals. And I hope you can do the same. Go out and make it a great day. I will see you again next week. Bye-bye.